So today I'm going to show you how to manage your website after you have received a website delivered by a developer such as myself who set it up for you, how to manage the content and so on. So this is a template website. It's got like content already. Most of it is placeholder. Lorem ipsum dolorcit is placeholder content automatically generated to look like actual content, but it's not. This is a homepage template with several different segments, built-in blocks in Gutenberg. So this is how I generally deliver websites today, but if it's different, you will get information as well. This is specific to Gutenberg running Astra with templates with Gutenberg, which is the native content editor for WordPress. So your first thing that you do is that you go into your admin area. So you just go to your domain up in the search bar of your browser and you add at the end, you append at the end wp-admin. This will redirect you to the login form, and I've already set it up and I'm using admin. This is not secure, but I also didn't want to show an actual name I would use, so therefore. But in any case, you also want to address your display of your username, which is the first thing I'm going to show you. Something to know. So we're going to log in. I'm going to go ahead and log in and show you. One of the things that is important to know is that your profile enables you to adjust certain things. And so one of the things here that you could change is your first name and your last name. You should put them in, or whatever author name you want to use, because that's going to be the display. So if you put a nickname, you can also do that. It's Master VP Support Assistant. Then it'll appear here, Master WP Assistant, or WP Tutor Gal. Just playing around now. But yeah, so then you can change and then go back. Then it will actually adjust it up here. Let me show you. So now I'm gonna change it to WP Tutor Gal. Or like that. So this will show at the end of every page if metadata is showing, or at the end of every blog post. So if this is your username, which cannot be changed, but it's there, if that's the one you're using, then you have a problem, because people will know your name. So a couple of things you could do is create a second admin, change the name, and delete the current admin and log in with the other one. That's a way you could do it. Here you can set your new password. You could change your profile picture. I prefer using Gravatar to manage that. So my email address, which is beth@rockyourpower.com, is plugged into that system. So anytime I'm anything WordPress, self-hosted or from their free platform, it sees my central account. So I maintain my images there and so on. So here we're going to update it. Yeah, I wanted to show Katapuri that, so I'm just gonna update it. This, always check it, and from time to time change your password in this area. Let me see, and then we're gonna go back to the front. So there's two ways you can access pages. You can go to this page here, and this is where you can see all the different pages and choose to edit, quick edit, trash, or view. So for me, like the home would be your front page. You could go view it here. I like to access the pages from the front. This is the easiest way, because you just know which page you're on. In case there's any confusion, you don't click around. So this page in particular is the home page, and it is the landing page of this website. This is where people arrive. This is the welcoming committee. So if you want to change the content, there's a lot you can do. So let's go right into it. Edit page is what you would click in the bar, and this will take you in to the page. and you'll see there's different segments for the different content, text, buttons, and you have here this bar. If you click the bar for the buttons, that row, you'll be able to add another button. So like super deals here. That's too long, so you pay attention to that. Super deals, right? Those are your buttons. You can change the link. You can change the orientation, even though this was not going to change a lot. You can justify to the center. I'm going to keep them to the left because I want them to stay under this text. You can change text color and background. So like I like cyan, and I'm going to put cyan. And then after that, I'm going to go to education, and I'm going to change the color of the text to something more lively for me, which is this lemon lime color. I love me a little bit of the pan flag. Well, you know, it's a bit of me. You can change and remove images, or in this case replace them. So I'm going to open media library, and I'm gonna replace it with that cute little thing that I uploaded as a logo, and then I'm gonna preview it in a new tab, and now I can see what it looks like and what it's highlighting. And I didn't really change anything else for the moment. But you see here I use that as a logo, and so here as well this is changed, so you can change everything here. A few other things that you can do, let me close these. No, here is the page I'm working on. So like this one, I can change whether it's italic, so I just select all, and when you do select all in a box, it'll select only the text in that box. So make sure you pay attention to that when you're working. You can change it here. Cool, copy, encouraging people to click and join. Okay. Click to, I'm gonna check out. Okay, so I see that this isn't working, so I'm gonna turn it off. There's like bars. Now, a few things that you can do with these boxes, like these groups, is you could duplicate them. This is pretty handy. And one of the cool things is that you can change the direction they're in. So like in this one, I can move it here. Wait. By dragging and dropping, you see it's blue, then you can move it. Is it locked? Let's see. It feels like it's locked. Link. Oh yeah, I think it's locked. No. Oh, you can lock things too as well. Oh boy. I have to cough. So to drag and drop, not every segment wants to move, but this one's moving. So yeah, move the text under here. I'm moving this guy here. To top categories. Now, not every time you move things, you're doing it in a way that, you know, makes sense. Oh yeah, let's see. I had to pick the whole thing. It doesn't want to move. Oh, now it moved. Okay, see? And then you can change it, justify to left. So, like in this case, we've got popular courses. We're dropping it here. And we're going to put here, find out more now. And I'm going to orient it center. And I'm going to orient this center and center. after I did that, I changed the copy and I changed here. I put the titles together and I added an image, and I'm gonna delete this a quick minute to show you how I did that. So when you move everything out of the bar, the column, it'll become like this. It says that means it's available for you to put content in it, and that's handy because you maintain the structure without messing that up, because that's a 3-column segment. So right now it's like this, but I don't like it so much like that, and I want to add an image because it feels a little bit empty. So you click image and media library, and you can upload from your drive, so any image you want to use, or in this case I used free images computer, and I picked the woman studying, that one. It's already imported, so I'm just gonna click it and use it. Where did she go? Oh, she's in my media library. So there, select, and then I'm gonna move this guy here. Oh, and it moved that title, and then this guy, and then I moved these guys here. And when you pick an item and it's only it's by itself and you can't move it, which is what happened to me earlier. See, I'm trying to move it and it won't. That just means I didn't select it correctly. So gotta make sure that it shows both buttons, so because it's a button kind of widget. So I put it here and then it moved. And so this is like kind of like my play on copy and content, playing around with images as if you were making a document. So here, stop stressing, gain a know-how, find out more, view all courses. So that's kind of like a bit of an ad. So that's how you change content, add image, move around the segments, and there's one more thing you can do. If you click the whole thing, let me see, select column, select row, it'll select the whole thing. You can't move it yet. You select group, and then it'll be everything. And when you do that, you can move it down or up. So I'm gonna move it down and below this little box that I made earlier, which is a duplicate, right? And I'm going to also change the color of this one, so the image. So I'm going to go to Open Media Library and Free Images, and I'm going to put a handshake to give it like personality. And in this case, I like something. Let me see if there's anything that I like. Well, probably not. So I'm just going to pick something. This one. So now that's the image that's there. It's not very visible, so we're gonna change the color, and I want to use that same blue that I used before. It might not be the right shade. Let's see, black, gray, blue, but you get the idea. You can change it here to whatever color you like, and I like purple. Has a good contrast. So we're going to preview that. This gives you the freedom to change the color of the background. Those areas are called heroes. So here's like with the computer. Here these people are shaking hands, which gives you an idea of studying and, you know, building your connection. Stop stressing, questions, and so on and so forth. So I'm not going to like go too deep into every segment of this particular template because that's not the point. The point is now you get a general idea of how to customize and duplicate. Like if I choose this one, which is a whole group, it's a whole row, I can duplicate it, and now I'll have 3 extra review boxes, so you can edit them all, like literally. These are images, so it's like you just change the image of the person, the content. It's fairly straightforward. This is mostly the content up to the end of the page just before the footer. The footer and the navigation, which is up here, are usually edited somewhere else. So we're gonna wrap up this. I'm gonna update it, leave it the way it is, and we're gonna go back to the home page. I'll refresh it now with everything saved, and I am going to click the area to customize the look and the feel of the header and the footer. And this is where all the features of the theme, very specific to the theme, are coded, because they're like a template. They're global, so they control every other aspect. They give the uniform experience of the website. And so what we're gonna do is you're gonna hover over and you're gonna see pencils. These pencils enable you to change things like a logo to retina. Retina would be the high quality logo. You can change the size of it. You know, I just put something. I didn't really put something related to anything of my business, but you can, you know, can enable it on the complete website, then it'll show up everywhere. Oh, I need to do that. You can make a different logo for transparent headers, which will then give you different types of logos. You can put them because you'll have different design experiences. And then here you can change the height of that thing, so it can be bigger or smaller. And you can change also, if you don't see it here, you'll see this box here. You can change things like color. Right now it has a border. You can make the border bigger. Oh wait, it's not gonna show right now. It's above the header. But yeah. Is there an above header bar? Oh yeah, let's put it in. If you move something to it, you'll see details. Oh boy. You can change the bottom border size and so on, but we don't want it there, so we're gonna put it right back. You can also change this bar, and border, you can put a border on it. Oops, it's not showing. Is it showing now? Sometimes there will be an overriding setting, so it won't change. Let me see if it can. It's not changing that either. Margin 10. Okay, that did change something. So that will make it lower, bigger. These are details you might not use at all because you're not familiar with any design elements, but you have that freedom. But the most important thing here would be, you know, changing the text there. So like, for example, donate now. You could change the content of the button that's over there and add a link and add where it goes. If it opens a new tab, and you know, I would be like PayPal me / best rock your power, and you know, then people can donate if that's what you would want to do. You could also change the color of the design, so make it black, gray, or leave it that pink. So you can change around the color and the radius. I don't think you're gonna use a border color. Oh, you could, but meh. Let me see if it shows it. One. Oh, there you go. You can. Oh my god, I really love cyan and pink. Anyway, so you get the idea. This makes the button square or rounded. So these are things you can play around with if, you know, you feel so inclined. Then we have the footer. So this would be the header. All the things in the header can be changed here. You can also change the menu here. Configure the menu. You can put secondary menu, all kinds of different things. Usually you don't need those. And you can create a new menu right from this area. So now we're going to look at the footer builder, or you can just scroll down. So I've changed a couple of things. Usually you don't change a lot after your website's been delivered, but if you so feel inclined, you can. So here you can change the column type, so it'll change the structure slightly or a lot, depending on what you choose. Here's where you're going to be able to change things like the social media links, the text of the copyright, which is right now here, current year, site title, copyright. You could add your name. So like in my case, I'm going to do this bet setting Brines, and it's going to show up there. Rock Your Power, because you know it's actually rockyourpower.com, powered by web development. So that's another. This I'm gonna put the www.rockyourpower.com. So you can put any kind of content you want. And the other thing you can do here is remove element. Usually this is not a problem, because basically WordPress will be like, okay, we'll just keep the structure up, and you can change the structure as well. So like in my case, I would like for everything to vertically align to the middle, and I would like this to align to the middle because I like it centered. But other people might say, hey, you know what we like is for it to be aligned with the top. You could do that too by clicking. So you click the little icon here to open the settings of that area in general, and then you click this little gray box to edit the content, or you can click on it. See, the pencil will let you click the content, and this little gear here, these of the segments, will allow you to change structure. Like 6 would be, and then make it really small. Let's do 5. I like 5 because then it'll really be in the middle. But that bar is pretty small for that, so it's not really pretty. So back to 1, and it's 1. Oh shoot, 6. Let's see. Let's get 5. Oh, now it's completely gone. So I think I can edit it again. HTML2. Was it HTML2? No. Well, in any case, this has been deleted. I could start over again. It's copyright. This year. Brackets. I have to memorize that. I don't have it memorized right now. But is it showing? Yeah. Current year, I think it is. Yeah. And then site title. I think site author. Doesn't pick it up, but that's not very relevant. You could just write the name out. And most of the content that you change on this particular site, part of the site, the template, the overarching template, is content you could just type in. And these are all, it seems, they are links. Yep, custom links. So if you have any, you'll be able to see if it's a navigation or a custom link or a button, and what kind of content there is. If it's a HTML, it'll look like this. If it's a widget, it will look like blocks, and those are a little bit different because they look more like the actual page, so they're using more or less the same technology. You could leave it like that. It's easy to use because it uses almost everything that you see in WordPress. So let's see, media library. I'm gonna do like a library, and I'm gonna put 3 images. insert gallery, and yeah, this is not the most ideal place for it, but it's there, and that's the whole point here. Hide controls, it'll be down there. Shift click to edit. I can't scroll all the way down. Okay, so this is kind of like an idea of things you can do, and if a box is something you don't want to keep using, you remove, let me see, you click here to select all of it, and then you can do remove gallery so that it doesn't get all confused. And here, this is the one widget. It's using a widget with social. No, wait, let me see. Yeah, the social widget. And that one would be, you can add additional links here by selecting which social media platform you're going to use that you want to link to. So RSS, social icon, and then you can add it with the link that applies to you. So this is the area, these are the areas you're going to be editing with this. And I'm going to publish. Let me see. Yeah, do I want to publish? Yeah, publish. So that again we look at how it looks like. So happiness carriers web dev course, or walkthrough. Now we have the donate now button has a edge around it with like, I love RGB. Let me see. No, the CMYK colors, which is black, yellow, cyan, and magenta. But yeah, so that's basically it. When you create new content, like new pages, that's a little bit more difficult. You can do it. What I always recommend is start with a page you like. And so you might, if I deliver the website, you might have a theme, a plugin that clones. So I'm gonna add it to this website right now, and then you're gonna learn how to add plugins. So here we got clone, and now I like to use the most used one, 1+million plugin duplicator. No, that's the one to clone your whole page, which you do. But I'm going to do duplicate post, duplicate pages, and custom posts. Install now. Activate. So this one's a hack for people who don't know how to use websites and create templates, but want to keep using what's already there. So then you've got your development course, your homepage, and when you are at a page, like here, duplicate this as a draft. So say I went to this page and I really like the layout and I just want to change it to something else and make another page with the same structure. All you gotta do is go to hover over edit page and click duplicate this as a draft. Now it will duplicate it with like all the information exactly the same, even the name. So what I like to do first is do quick edit and change the name, change the slug, because you don't want to do it have the same, you won't be able to have the same thing. But offer a page, and then offers, holy offers, just as small, and it's still draft, and I do update. That way I know that that's the page I'm going to be working on, and there's no confusion. You don't want to have confusion and you break the page that's already working. And now you go to edit, and then that's where you work on the content and you change it, you upload any of the things you really need. And so like when we look at this page, where is it? When we look at that page, all courses, in the bar, which now I can't see because it's not, all courses here, if you go to the one that's offers, here, offer page. So first thing you need to know is that, let me see here, where is it? Offer page will be what's shown in that little title box. So we'll see here what I put over there earlier shows up here. So I changed it while we got disconnected to special offers of big savings now, and it got saved as a draft, and I can see my drafts as if they're live. You will see them, visitors will not. If I open a window in private and I go to happiness carriers with cars / offers, it's gonna give me a 404 page doesn't seem to exist, sorry. So this is not going to show unless you're logged in. So that's important to know, so you don't think you broke your site or people are going to see unfinished stuff. That's not going to happen. So you could change that there, and then you change the content and all the different aspects of it, and you can add content here. These areas here, if you do type or choose a block, you can add almost anything, audio, quotes, things, and you can play around with it and get familiar with how your website theme and look behaves, so you get a bit of an idea, and it'll be different for everyone. So that's the place where your learning curve goes into the realm of experimenting, and I love experimenting because that's how you learn best. That's how it sticks, and you can do it with a draft and nothing will happen to the draft. So now let me see, we were in the draft, and I'm just gonna do here big savings learn on budget, and then whatever content you want to put here, so you just change it. So what I always say is prepare the content, know what you want to say, and then you just put it in and organize it pretty and nice and interesting. If that's not your forte and you're just changing the content that's already been set up for you, that's also good. I'm not publishing this page because it was just a walkthrough. Let me see if there's anything else I might have forgotten to show. Oh yeah, adding a blog post. So posts are, let me see how they look in this particular, yeah, so they look like this in this page, and then these are placeholder. So what I always do in the beginning, because I don't want this, is I trash it. I delete it because I'm not going to be using it. And you see comments are now also deleted because there's no content. And if I'm not mistaken, categories got uncategorized, which you can't delete. It's always there. But you're going to do here, so tips and tricks. And tips, and you could put in text in here, which it's great to use for SEO, so you can always do it. For this particular situation we don't need it, but it's been added, and then I can go to add new post. And adding a post is fairly similar to all the other ways because that's what the new Gutenberg does. It makes it all pretty uniform. They all work very similar, except posts have different features that you don't have in the pages. For example, stick to the top of the blog. That will make it like a notification that everybody sees first. And you have different post formats which you can play around and see which one works. I usually just use standard, but video, for example, might be different if you're using a video. Let me see, YouTube, and then let's grab a video from YouTube. So youtube.com/c/save settings. So it's setting. That's my YouTube channel. So I am going to put a video there.
Hola, buenos días, ¿cómo están? Soy Betsarín.
Let's pause. And where is it? Add a video. See? Embed. And then you've embedded a video, and you can preview it on your page just to see what it looks like. And since I didn't put any kind of title yet, it's not available. So video posted how to YouTube, right? So if I publish it, which is what I want to show, when you publish it, you can go to view post and it'll be there, video post how to YouTube. And you know, this is just a video of mine. It will play, and then at the bottom you can leave a comment. This is pretty simple and straightforward. I don't think that there's any huge differences in the way that it's displayed, but some themes will have that, so you can play around with it and see what it does, if it does anything at all. And if there's a special layout you want for those types, then you could probably have them programmed for you. And then I want to look at the blog post archive. So this doesn't look all that great, but you can usually put an image. So that's how you put video, and under start paragraph. Okay, so this is something you can do, and you can play around with colors. In the post, you're gonna have settings like disable themes. I didn't have to put that, but you can put a pop-up so that it appears on this page and encourages people to join your newsletter. You can change your slug. You can put it in a category, which is what I hadn't done yet. Let me see category change how to choose uploading. Now everything I showed you here is optional but important. Important because if you don't put this information in, you won't have like all the SEO goodness for the huge internet database that is available that tracks everything and organizes everything based on words. So you put words in there to connect to the database and have it be found. And the more words you use, the better it's organized. So that's why you put some information there. You can go so far as to, you know, edit the information linked to the image. So here, woman, education, lots of things you can do with that. Set featured image in the post, but hide it in a single post. Yes, I don't like showing the featured image in the post. That's a personal preference. You could change that. So we're going back to uncategorized to see what it looks like in the archive, which would be also the way your blog feed shows up. Hello. Seems, oh yeah, because we're not using uncategorized, we're using tips. Tips and tricks. It's got the image now and the video post, and testing 1 to 3 would be my excerpt. So this will give like a bit of an idea of what I write about, and this is very, very basic, but it works. It just works. You can do a lot with it in the beginning. So that was this video for today, how to use your newly delivered website on Gutenberg with the templates using Gutenberg editor, and how to put posts. If you have any questions, feel free to email me or message me. I'm happy to answer them. Have a great day. Bye.